Hey folks, welcome to the second part of adding timestamps to Google Sheets series. In this video, I'll be showing you how to add timestamps to Google Sheets and the email address of the user making the changes to the Google Sheet using the onEdit function in Google Apps Script. So let's get started. Say you have your inventory data stored in a Google Sheet and every time new stock arrives and you add new lines. Until now, you used to manually add the time to each stock that is added in the Google Sheet with the name or the email address of the person who adds it. Using Google Apps Script, we're going to be automating this process. So this is the sample Google Sheet that I have here. This Google Sheet contains the package ID, quantity, the date entered, the date modified, and the entered by column. So our plan is to use Google Apps Script as soon as a new package ID with the quantities added to the Google Sheet. We want to add a date entered and the date modified and the email address of the person adding it. And after say the quantity changes, I change the original quantity is 100 and I change it to 120. So there's going to be a date modified. So this column has to be updated as soon as in a change is made in the quantities. So I'm just going to go to extensions and open my Google Apps Script Editor and let's start coding. So here you can see the script editor has opened up. I'm just going to clear this out. And as we had discussed previously, we're going to be using the onEdit function in Google Apps Script. So to use the onEdit function, we need to write the exact onEdit. I'll be leaving the code link in the description. You can work with it. And here I'm going to be passing an events object. So this is going to be getting all the changes that are made in the Google Sheet. So the first thing that I'm going to be doing is creating a new variable called constant row, and I'm going to be doing e dot range dot get row. So this value will be getting the exact row where the change or where the action is taking place in the Google Sheet. I'm going to be doing the same for the column. I'm going to do e dot range dot get column here. So after this, I'm going to be declaring my Google Sheet name. So I'm going to do const sheet, or I'm going to do const sheet name equal to, and I'm just going to go here, just copy the sheet one. You can keep any custom name that you want. I'm going to paste it here. So right now we have got all the tools that we require to work ahead in the process. So now I'm going to be opening an if loop. So it's going to be if. As we discussed previously, we want to add timestamps to our Google Sheet when the quantity column is changed. To do that, we're going to be using the if condition where we'll be passing the conditions that we need. The timestamp will only be added when all the conditions in the if loop are met. So the first condition that I'm going to be passing, it is going to be checking if the column is equal to 2. So I'm just going to do call that is going to be getting from the dot range dot get column. If the column is equal to 2, and I'm going to do I'm going to do and here, and the row that I have is greater than 1 because I don't want any change. Because if I keep it row equal to 2, it will take the changes that are made in the header. So I don't want the changes to come from the header. I want it from the second row and moving down here. And after this, I'm going to be getting the Google Sheet. So I'm just going to do e dot source, and I'm going to be doing get active. I'm going to do the get active sheet method. And after this, I'm going to be doing the get name of the sheet here. And after this, I want the name of the sheet to equal to the sheet name that we have declared previously. So if the change is made in the column 2 and the row is greater than 2 and the active sheet where the changes are being made is equal to sheet name, then it is going to be executing the following lines of code. So now we're going to be creating a new timestamp using the new variable followed by the date. So I'm just going to do current date, create a new variable current date, and I'm going to be passing the new date here. This is going to be creating a new date. After this, I'm going to be doing the e dot source once again. I'm going to be getting the active sheet, and then I'm going to be doing get range, and in this range. So now here we're going to be passing the row in which the change has been made followed by the column 4. Why have I done the column 4? Because I want to first add the date modified. That's going to be the original date which is going to be added. And after that, I'm going to be using the set value function. And here I'm going to be passing the current date variable. So now I'm going to be creating a new variable called const email. And in this, I'm going to be using the sessions library here. So I'm going to do sessions dot get active user. And after this, I'm going to be doing the get email of the user. And after this, I'm just going to be doing the same thing that I did above. I'm going to do e.source.get active sheet. After that, I'm going to be doing get range. Here I'm going to be passing the row and fifth, since this is the fifth column where I entered by, so I want to add the email address of the user making the change. After this, I'm going to be doing set value, and then here I'm going to be passing the email variable. So now if I go back to my Google Sheet and I make a change here, say quantity I adds, I just do something here. Before that, before even running the script, we'll have to first run the script manually because we have to accept the permissions. So here we need to accept the permission. Just go to review permissions and accept it. Right now it has been accepted. Now if we go back to our Google Sheet, and here you can see, now if I go here and I add something in the quantity, say 5544, you can see the date modified and the email address has successfully come in, but this time is not looking good. So I'm just going to select this column, go to format, go to number, and I'm going to be changing it to date/time. And if I make this a bit big, you can see that the date is here. And if I go here and change this once again and I do it to 786, here you can see the time has been changed. So this is how we're going to be using the date modified. Now we're going to be writing the script for the date entered. We always want the date entered to be constant, as that's going to be the original date at which the quantity has been added. So we're going to be doing that. I'm going to go to my script here, and here I'm going to be opening another if loop, and in this if loop it's going to be a little different. We're just going to do e.source. Once again, we're going to be getting the active sheet here. We're going to be getting active sheet, and then we're going to be use the get range function to get the row in which the change is made, followed by the third column. And then we're going to be doing the dot get value. So here we want the value to be empty so that we can set the original date. But in the case of the date modified, we want it to constantly change as soon as a change is made. So we're going to be opening this out here, and I'm going to be just copying this. I'm going to take this out of the if loop so I can use it in any loops that I want. I'm going to go down here. I'm going to do e.source.get active sheet, and here once again I'm going to do the get range. I'm going to pass the row in which the change is made, followed by the third column, and then in this I'm going to be doing the set value, and I'm going to do the current date. I'm going to click on save, clear this here, and I'm going to save this project, say timestamp. I go back to my Google Sheet and I just clear this for now. I remove this out. So if I go here, I do a package ID of TYRY, and I do a 4545 you can see the date modified has come in with the email address. If I go here, I'll zoom in a bit. I'm going to add another, that's going to be GHFD. I'm going to do 789. Here you can see the timestamp has successfully been added, but I don't like this formatting, so I'm just going to go to format, go to number, going to scroll down to date time. So here you can see we have successfully added the timestamp to the Google Sheet using the onEdit function in Google Apps Script. If you want a simpler method, I'll be leaving the custom functions link in the description. So here you can see we have successfully added the timestamp to the Google Sheet using the onEdit function in Google Apps Script. I'll be leaving the code link and the Google Sheet link in the description. You can check that out. Also, if you haven't watched the previous part, I'll be leaving that video in the description. That's a more simpler way using custom functions in Google Sheets. If you like this video, then don't forget to like, share, and for more content, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one.